Hey everyone. In today's class, we'll see the last point of special relationship between banker and customer. So that is banker's right not to produce books of account under Bankers Evidence Act 1891. Under Evidence Act, a banker is required to produce only a certified copy of the entry in his books as a prima facie evidence of the existence of such an entry and of matters, transactions, and accounts recorded therein. And such a certified copy of these entries should be admitted as the original entry itself in any legal proceedings to which the banker is not a party. Okay, so now what happens is in anything, okay, so the bank will maintain its day-to-day transaction in any register. Okay, at that time what happens, suppose if any customer, okay, comes with the issue, maybe he's having a problem, say here whatever check is been issued by him, it is been withdrawn by somebody else who was not the actual party, or maybe forged signature, or maybe anything like that. Okay, at that time the customer wants to file the case against the third party and he goes to the court. So what happens in the court is that the court will ask for evidence. Okay, maybe whatever the entries is been made in the bank, or maybe the check, whatever the signature which has been forged. In any cases, at that time customer will come to the banker to ask for evidence, or maybe that register wherever the entry was made. Okay, at that time at that time the bank need not give the entire register to the court, okay, as the form of evidence. So which wherever the entry is there, bank can give the photocopy of that particular page to the court. It will be considered as the original one itself. Okay, so here it is simple, the bank need not give or submit the entire register to the court, only it can give a copy of the that particular entry whichever it is. Okay, and it will be considered as the original one, to which the banker is not the third party. Okay, not the party over here. So for the third party, if the customer has any claims, so this particular right can be exercised by the bank. So last we will see termination of banker and customer relationship. So far we had studied how the relationship between a banker and customer comes into existence. That is, once when the account is opened by the customer, the relationship comes into existence, right? So today we will see how this relationship will come to an end. Okay, so how will it will come to an end once when you close the account. Okay, once when you close the account in a particular bank, you will no longer be a customer of that bank. Okay, so that is what termination of banker customer relationship. So when you are customer of a bank, there will be certain mutual obligations, rights and duties towards each other. So when you are going to end the account, or when you are going to close the account and end this relationship, you won't be having any mutual duties and obligations towards each other. So we'll see first one, mutual agreements. Okay, mutual agreements, it is when both parties want that this customer relationship should come to an end, banker can close the account. Okay, so both the parties, that is banker and the customer, both are mutually agreeing that we need to close our account. Okay, next one, notice by customer in writing. So customer can close his account whenever he wants. Okay, you and I as a customer of a bank, we can close the account whenever we want. That is, whenever we withdraw the entire amount of money, it is implied to the banker that he can close our account. Okay, so but here the customer is not bound to give any notice to of his intention to close the account, but at least he has to inform the bank. Okay, suppose if we are closing, if we have withdrawn the entire money from our account, there is no need for us to give notice to the bank, but as the but the customer has to give a notice. Okay, so what might be the reasons that the customer is going to close the account? Okay, so the reasons may be customer is not satisfied with the services given by the banker, or maybe he is not satisfied with the rules of the bank, or maybe customer feels that account is not necessary to him. Okay, so generally what happens is notice is given in writing to the banker by the customer for closing his account. After receiving the notice from the customer, the banker closes the customer's account. Okay, next comes notice by the banker. We have seen in the previous point, notice is given by the customer. In this case what happens, notice is given by the banker to the customer. So banker has the right to close the account of particular customer. When banker finds that a particular customer is undesirable customer, before closing the account, banker must give the notice regarding the reason for closing the account. Okay, so whenever the banker feels that he does not want to serve a particular customer, at that time he can close the customer's account, but before that he cannot do it directly. He has to give a notice to a customer. So what might be the reasons for which the banker is not interested in serving a customer? Okay, when a person is called a undesirable customer, so when a customer is having a habit of drawing a check for entire balance, okay, suppose if you have 10,000 in your account, for entire amount you are drawing the check, that is you are withdrawing the entire money, then frequently issues check without having any balance in his account, that is without maintaining balance he gives the check. Okay, now maybe you are having checkbook with you, okay, and your account is having only 1000 rupees, and you are keeping and you are issuing checks. Okay, since you have a checkbook with you, you are issuing everybody checks. Say for one you are issuing 10,000, for one you are issuing 20,000. Now do you have 20,000 in your account? You are not having. Okay, so whatever the party to whomsoever you have issued the check, that person will come for collection. Okay, that at that time the banker will cannot make the payment. In such moments, whenever you are giving the check, issuing the check without having any balance, the banker is going to close your account. Okay, then account is not operated for a long period of time, or person is convicted for forgery of sign or bills. In such situation, banker can close the account by giving notice to the customers. Here notice must be given by the banker before 1 month. Okay, and whatever the reasons for which the banker is going to close your account, it must be clearly stated in the notice. Okay, and it must be in writing. The banker cannot give this information in phone call. It must be in writing, and it must be sent in registered post itself. Okay, next one, notice of death of customer. So when banker receives the notice of customer's death, he should suspend the operations of deceased customers account. Deceased means what? Expired person. Okay, so checks presented after receiving notice of death should be returned with remark drawer deceased. Okay, so no transactions will be carried on by the account of a person who is dead. That is, as soon as the banker receives the news about the death of a particular person, he will stop the transactions. Okay, no further transactions will be taken in that particular account. So before suspending the deceased customer's account, banker should confirm the news from reliable sources. He should not depend on rumors. Okay, so balance will be paid to legal representative of the deceased. Next one, notice of customers insanity. Okay, insanity means what? The customer has some mental illness, or maybe he has become mad. So a banker must close the account of the customer on receiving a notice of insanity. Okay, here also he should not depend on rumors. He must confirm with the fact that a particular customer has gone insane. Okay, and on the basis of rumors he cannot close anybody's account. So before closing customer's account, banker must get the evidence. Usually he asks for a certificate from registered medical practitioner. So after closing the account of the balance of insane person, it will be paid as per the law or the court order. Okay, so here according to the Indian Contract Act, okay, this particular thing, okay, that is a insane person cannot cannot a insane person does not have the power of understanding the things. He doesn't know what he is facing. Okay, that's why as per Indian Contract Act, a insane person cannot enter into any contract. That's why here, whenever the notice of insanity is received, the banker must close a customer's account. Next one, notice of insolvency of customer. So who is an insolvent person? Insolvent is a person who is declared as insolvent by the court. Okay, a person who is unable to pay his debts and dues, that person is called as insolvent person. Okay, so here whenever the banker comes to know that a particular customer is declared as insolvent, he closes the customer's account after receiving notice of insolvency. Okay, so banker stops the payment from customer's account. The banker has to transfer the balance of insolvent customer's account to official receiver. So what happens is, when the person is declared as insolvent by the court appoints one person as official receiver or official liquidator, and all the property belonging to the customer, okay, bank balance or anything, will be transferred to official receiver. Okay, next comes on the receipt of garnishee order. Okay, So here what happens, whenever the banker receives garnish order, he has to freeze the customer's account. We have already seen it. Okay, so once when he has freezed, what happens, balance standing in the customer's account should be paid to judgment creditor as per the order of the court. Okay, in such circumstances the banker will and customer relationship will come to an end. Okay, so this was about the last topic from your first chapter. So one more topic is been left out, that is know your customer and how to open account in a bank. Okay, these are common things which we will be discussing in our offline classes. Okay, so from our next online class, that is from our next video, we will move on to the next chapter. Okay, so till then, have a nice day.